What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about the upside potential for SPS. Now, none of this is financial advice. I have no idea where anything is going to go, but what I want to do is compare where Splinterlands, and specifically the SPS token, is compared to the the tokens or the primary utility tokens for many of the other top games out there. So let's just take a look. Obviously, you can see the market is cooling off a little bit here. Bitcoin's at 62K, SPS is at 0.007, and our market cap is roughly at about $10 million with the current circulating supply. Not including anything that's been burned, but so $10 million, 0.007 is where we're at. So let's actually compare this to how some of the other top games are in, and I'm just looking here on CoinMarketCap for, market capitalization here. So here's the thing. I'm just going to scroll down. We got Axie Infinity here at $736 billion in terms of its market cap. Now, keep in mind, all right, this is the highest one that I'm going to compare. That is a 73x in terms of the size, right? Axie Infinity, or the AXS token specifically, is 73 times larger than SPS. You look at something like Gala. This is 68 times as high, right? 685 million. So obviously these two are, some of the survivors from last round, and they are thriving, probably doing well right now. I personally don't know much about the Axie or Gala ecosystems. That's something that's still on my to-do list. Sandbox here, this is another darling from last time, still over 600 million, 642 to be exact. You have Ronin, which is what Axie Infinity runs on, right? The side chain or the chain for that. And that is 572. But let's get further down into the list, right? Because I think a lot of that is aspirational. And I'm not sitting here saying that we're going to do a 60, 70, 80x. I don't know. My hope is that we do, right? Because if we are able to have the bull run that everybody's expecting, then Axie Infinity isn't going to be at 736 million at this time next year, right? If we're having a bull run, Axie Infinity is going to go up, Gala's going to go up, and it's going to be a rising tide that raises all ships. So all of a sudden, it'll be an even higher aspirational goal that we're trying to reach. So let's go a little bit further down to not necessarily the newcomers, but definitely some other tokens or projects that aren't as large. Now, Prime, for the game Parallel TCG, which is one that I love. I've done content for it here and plan on continuing to do more, right, and playing the game. This is sitting at 278 million. So that's roughly a 28x from where we currently are at. That's pretty good. Now, you can see Illuvium. And now, I've heard nothing but great things about Illuvium. Haven't had a chance to jump in. This is only at 200 million, right? So that's a 20x from where we're at right now. And you might be looking at yourself and saying, okay, they're thinking to yourself and saying, all right, Prime, Illuvium, I mean, these are companies that have backing. These are projects that are super popular. They're out on, chains that people want to play on. And it's like, I don't disagree, right? And my hope is that Splinterlands, while we're obviously going to be staying on Hive, we will be able to integrate and bridge to some of those chains, whether it's Base, whether it's Solana, whether it's, some of the other EVMs out there. So that's the point that I'm trying to make here, right? I'm looking at some of these top projects, hot projects for the current, we'll call it just gaming Web3 season. And even if we reduce this in half, right? So like, let's say 140 million or even 100 million for Illuvium. All of a sudden, that's still a 10x, right, for where Splinterlands is at right now. So again, this is primarily just to show you guys how much of a microcap SPS currently is, which means, right, it's high risk, high reward. There's a lot of potential upside if we're able to reach parity or just become competitive with some of the other top projects out there. Again, from a from like a gaming perspective, I don't know. I understand the doubts, and I actually even agree, and I think Matt would even agree, right? We're not trying to compete on gameplay with something like Illuvium or Prime. That's not where the team is at, right? The competitive advantage for Splinterlands is having like a diverse ecosystem, the flywheel, all of that, and probably more so like play to earn integrated in a very unique way where every game that you play can have an opportunity for you to earn something, right? So again, it's a different model, it's a different approach, and one that we saw that was successful in the last bull run. It's just a matter of cleaning up the tokenomics, cleaning up the excess. But in terms of being able to reach some of these market caps, once again, like I said with Gala and Axie earlier, when the bull run gets going, I wouldn't be surprised to see all of these tokens, right? Rising tide raises all ships. I don't think Illuvium's going to be at 200 million. I don't think Echelon Prime is going to be at 280, right? In fact, I don't know from a market cap perspective, but let's check Prime here. Prime is down like 75% from its high back in March or whenever we had like the run up. So if we look at this, let's just go to all. And you can see, I mean, we hit like 28 bucks, right? 27, 28 bucks. We're back down to $7 now. Where was the market cap for this? So check this out. Prime was almost at $1 billion market cap. So there's even, upside for Prime. But this is what I'm trying to get at here, right? So let's compare TCG to TCG, right? They're different styles. One is an auto battler. One is more, strategy focused with Parallel. But and obviously Prime has a whole ecosystem and they got Parallel Colony, so it's not apples to apples. But my point with this is like, if we do get another bull run and we do see Prime move once again back up into the 1 billion range, well, where does that leave room for a project like SPS, right? I don't know that we're going to reach $1 billion, although that would be pretty awesome. But if we were talking about just half the market cap, hell, let's even talk about a fourth of the market cap. Well, all of a sudden, we're looking at, Echelon Prime being up at $1 billion. You'd say that Splinterlands being on a smaller chain, smaller project overall, doesn't have the same kind of hype, but it could be 1/4 of the market cap or even 1/5 of the market cap, right? 20%. So we're talking about 200 to 250 million, which oddly enough, that is currently where, or that is where the previous all-time high from a market cap perspective was for SPS. Again, that's a 20 to 25x from where we currently stand. So, again, not financial advice. I have no idea what's going to happen. The world could explode tomorrow and then all projects go to zero. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying what we are all expecting based on the 4-year cycle is for there to be a bull run, a hype wave, momentum that comes in that carries the entire space up. And when you look at where SPS is in comparison to a lot of its other peers, that upside is significant, right? Again, high risk, high reward, not financial advice. But it does make for an interesting case. And I've always talked about the fact that, I don't think that SPS needs to go really high in order for the ecosystem to start kind of feeding itself into this nice little life spiral. Where the rewards start being very significant and people start coming in in droves, similar to what happened in 2021. But again, this is just one man's opinion. I have no idea where things are going to go. But hopefully you can see based on the other projects out there and the market caps of those projects, even at a lull period that we are right now, right? Bitcoin's not too far away from its all-time high, but we're still definitely in a lull period before what I think we're all hoping will be a fun end of 2024 and into 2025 bull run. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I have no idea where the price is going to go. I'm not saying that we're going to do a 20 or 25x or whatever it is. I'm just saying that when you compare to where the other peers of within gaming are, and understand that a rising tide raises all ships, the upside for something like Splinterlands, especially if the team can get its marketing on point, finish the new player experience, and actually have the play to earn flywheel mechanism all working in harmony, which again, bull runs are fun for that reason alone. I think we could have a really fun time and see tremendous upside. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.